My name is Mr. Mfula. I'm a chemistry lecturer. Welcome to Trinity University online lessons. This is Introductory Chemistry, Unit 1, Lesson 1, Atomic Structure. Here, there are two keywords which are important: the atom and the structure. The first keyword that I will be able to talk about is an atom. What is an atom? What is it made up of? For you to understand fully what an atom is, you find that in the universe there are so many material substances. They are different. Why are they different? The answer to that is because the whole universe is made up of different types of atoms. The first point that you should be able to understand: atoms, all the atoms are not the same. Atoms are different. This is very, very important. Now, I should be able to also emphasize atoms are bases of all structures and organisms in the universe. This is very, very important. Different atoms. Atoms are the basis of all structures and organisms in the universe. Like the way we define things, we are also going to define what is an atom. The scientists, they put up so many different definitions, but I'll only take two which are very, very important. An atom is the smallest particle of a chemical element that can exist. An atom is the smallest particle that can take part in a chemical reaction. The definition is not, we're not explaining, we're just trying to talk about in brief what an atom is. And I'm going to write what I've talked about. I'll repeat the definition. I've just taken two. An atom is the smallest particle of a chemical element that can exist. And the next one, an atom is the smallest particle that can take part in chemical reaction. If you check here, there is also another important keyword. The important keyword is element. As a chemist, there is a very, very useful paper that everybody should have and you should be very, very familiar with. It's called a periodic table. Before the end of this filming, I'll be able to show you what a periodic table is. It's made up of so many different elements, and the elements are grouped in different groups. Group 1, alkali metals, group 2, alkalis. But today, we're not talking about the periodic table, but I'll just try to avail to you what the periodic table is. The second keyword that I talked about is the structure. For you to understand fully what a structure is, I'll give you an example of different people. Some are slim, others are fat, others are short, others are tall. Even when we also come to an atom, we find that it has got also structure. Basically, an atom at the center, it's the nucleus. And surrounding the nucleus, it is the electron orbitals. In short, at the center and around it, it's made up of the center, which is the nucleus, and the outside there, it is the electron orbitals. Others, they talk of electron shells. This is the modern way. In the past, they used to say that an atom is indivisible. But nowadays, we say an atom, you can be able to go inside the modern technology, electronic microscopes. We are able to know that it's not indivisible, but it's made up of the outside part, which is the electron orbitals or electron shells. This is where now the electrons, they will be moving. They are not stationed. They can be at any point. At the middle is the nucleus. But the nucleus is also made up of other particles. And there are two important particles that we should be able to know that are found in the nucleus. And those particles, they are called the protons and the neutrons. So the nucleus is made up of two particles. Those particles, I repeat, they are protons and neutrons. And I'm going to point it out right now. The charges, we know there are two charges. It's either a negative charge or it's positive charge. There are those that are neutral, that have got no charge. Right now, when you talk of the protons, they are positively charged. They are positively charged, and we use the plus to show that they are positively charged. And the neutrons, they are neutral. So we use most of the time zero so that they've got no charge. But I've talked of their negative charges and their positive charges. But here I've only talked about the positive charge. What about the negative charge? The answer to that, they are found in the electron shells where we find the electrons. And these electrons, in some books, they'll be able to show just that. In some books, we'll just show that this is a negative. So you find that these are the electrons. So the electrons are negatively charged, and we show it by a negative. From there, I will now be able to quick, if I may ask you a question, what are the three subparticles of an atom? It's very simple. From here you can be able to say that the only three subatomic particles we know they are going to be the protons, the neutrons, and the electrons. And I'm going to spend time now on trying to explain what is a proton, what is a neutron, what is an electron. So here I'm now talking about the three subatomic particles. These are very, very important because from now onwards we'll be doing a lot of calculations. When we come to the second unit, which is called stoichiometry, the calculations that are involved in the chemistry. You can be at Chilangala Fudge in Lusaka, you can be at Lusaka water, where you want to find out the amount of chlorine that is put in the water. You cannot run away without first of all calculating. Or in Colgate, at whatever, where they manufacture the Colgate, there is that one that they call the fluoride, the phosphate. You want to calculate the fluoride or the phosphate, you are going to involve the atoms, the calculations, what is the molar mass. But for now, I'm not going into that route. So the three subparticles that we know, as I've said, number one, we can say the particle, if I may use maybe a table. The first one that you can be able to talk about is the protons. Where are they found? What's the symbol? The next point I'll be able to talk about now is the symbol. For the purpose of making life easy, you can go to any book. They are going to write the protons, the symbol is P. What is the location? I don't mean Chibore location or Mtendere, but I'm saying in relation to the atom, where are they found? Is it at the center, which is the nucleus, or is it in the electron shell? This is the location I'm talking about. The location, if you've been following what I've been saying, it is found at the center, and at the center, we've said it is the nucleus. From there, I also talked about the mass. What is the mass? The relative mass. What about what is the charge? Remember, I talked about it's either it's neutral, it's either it's positive, or it's either it is negative. Now, it's very, very easy for you to remember. We remember it protons, in case you do not need to go inside the bracket, you come out, you forget. But I will try to use the P so that you'll be able to understand that P simply means it is the positive. So in other words, the protons, they are positively charged. And most of the time, we write the 1. The other subparticle that you can be able to talk about, as I've said, when we go to the nucleus, We are going to find that the other one that is very, very important in there, it is called the neutron. What is now the symbol for the neutron? The symbol for the neutron, it is a small n. Where is it found? Again, the answer to that is what in the nucleus. Before I complete the table, I should now also talk about briefly here the third one, which all of us is very obvious. That the one which is now outside there, and those are called the electrons. The electrons. We are going to talk like the way we've written small p, we've written a small n, we are also going to hit the e, and that one will be able to say this is what the electron. Where are they found? The answer to that it is they are found in the electron orbitals, or in the electron shells. Now let's come to the neutron. The neutron, from the word neutron, it means they are neutral, and we've agreed upon that if I write 0, it means it's what is neutral. But for the electrons, when it comes to the charge, it is going to be a negative like this. So, what will be the mass? The answer to that, we'll talk of 1, and for a neutron it will be 1, but for the electron it is going to be 0. In some books they don't call it 0, we talk of it's 1 over 1850. In some books you write 1 over 1850, and if you use your calculator it will be 0.000 when you round it off. That's the one you say safely, you can just say the mass is what? 0. Now, these are very, very important, because when you look now at the periodic table, you'll be able to know that the symbols of the atoms, for example, I want to talk about the sodium, the symbol for that is this, and these numbers, they will be able to tell us to say that this is 23, this is 11. When you subtract it will come to 12. Then in this one, it will tell you that the symbol for sodium is Na, like the symbols for this. Now, what is 23? It simply means you are going to be able to find it. You are going to add the protons and the neutrons, and the number of protons that are there is 11. And when you subtract the 12, that comes to the neutron. This one will be very, very helpful when we move on to the second unit, which is called the stereochemistry.